Hola amigos, in the last lesson we learned to talk about what a person was doing at that particular moment. We have learnt the gerundio with the structure estar plus gerundio. In today's lesson we will learn something new. We will learn to talk about our future plans, how to ask a person about his or her plans for this weekend, this evening, next weekend, next vacations, etc. Let's start today's lesson with an expression. ¿Qué planes tienes para este fin de semana? ¿Entiendes la pregunta? Let me explain. It inquires the plan for this weekend. It means, what are your plans for this weekend? Can you guess how can we talk about our future plans? Well, let me tell you that to talk about the future plans and projects, we use our near future tense, which is formed with an important periphrasis ir plus a plus infinitive. Normally, we use this periphrasis with some marcadores temporales, for example, esta tarde, esta noche, mañana, hoy, este fin de semana, el próximo fin de semana, este año, etc. Let me answer for you the question asked a while ago. Este fin de semana voy a ir a la playa con mi familia. I'm going to the beach with my family. ¿Entiendes el significado de este fin de semana? I hope you know the meaning of este fin de semana. Don't you? Muy bien. Yes, it's this weekend. I've also used voy a ir in the answer. ¿Conoces este perífrasis? Do you know this perífrasis? No? Well, let me explain it to you. It's very important to know the expression to talk about any plans that are going to be realized in near future or later in future. Voy a ir, here you can notice that we conjugate the first verb, which is followed by the preposition a, and then the verb is in infinitive form. The structure is ir plus a plus infinitive form of the verb. Por ejemplo, este fin de semana yo voy a salir de noche con mis amigos. This weekend I am going to go for night out with my friends. Another example is, mis padres van a visitar a los abuelos. My parents are going to visit the grandparents. Usted va a quedarse en casa. You are going to stay at home. Vosotros vais a nadar en la piscina. You all are going to swim in the swimming pool. Nosotros vamos a ir de excursión a Kerala. We are going to go on a trip to Kerala. Let's look at some more examples to ask about someone's future plan. We can say, ¿qué vas a hacer el próximo fin de semana? What are you going to do next weekend? How will you respond to it? Give it a try. Go ahead. Just listen to the question properly once again. ¿Qué vas a hacer el próximo fin de semana? Voy a ir al cine con mis amigos. I'm going to go to a cinema hall with my friends. Is that clear? Did you get it? Muy bien. Now you can also ask your friends about their plans for this Sunday. You just have to make it for this Sunday. ¿Sabes cómo se dice Sunday en español? I guess yes. Don't you? Well, yes, it's domingo. Go ahead and try. Cuidado. Your friends are more than one. Use the conjugation properly. You say, ¿qué vais a hacer este fin de semana? Suppose your friends are planning to go to museo, a museum, this weekend. How would they respond? Nosotros pensamos ir al museo. We are planning to go to the museum. You would have noticed another structure in this reply where the verb pensar is conjugated followed by the verb in the infinitive form. We use this structure when we plan to do something in future. Let's have another example. ¿Qué piensas hacer en estas vacaciones? What are you planning to do this vacation? Here, estas vacaciones means the coming vacations. If you have an intention or if you are thinking of going to a village, you can say, Yo pienso ir al pueblo con mi familia. It can be translated as I'm planning to go to the village with my family. Have you noticed the structures used in the above sentences to talk about plans in the near future? We can see that there were two structures which were used. The first structure is the verb ir plus a, the preposition a, plus the verb in the infinitive form. Firstly, we need to conjugate the verb ir, that is, yo voy, tú vas, él, ella, usted va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, ellos, ellas, ustedes van. Then you add the preposition a and then the verb which expresses your idea in the infinitive. The second structure is with the verb pensar plus infinitive form of the verb. The verb pensar here is to think, and in English you also say I'm thinking of going or I'm thinking of buying an apartment. In Spanish, it doesn't take any preposition. After the verb pensar plus, it is always the verb in infinitive form. In the above sentences we have seen pensamos ir al museo, pienso ir al pueblo. Let us conjugate the verb pensar. Pensar is an AR ending verb but an irregular verb. Here is the conjugation. Yo pienso, tú piensas, él, ella, usted piensa, nosotros pensamos, vosotros pensáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes piensan. So, here is the verb pensar plus the other verb which expresses your plan. Pienso visitar a mis padres. Pensamos ir al museo. Suppose you're going to the discotheque with your girlfriend. You say, voy a ir a la discoteca con mi novia. I'm going to go to the discotheque with my girlfriend. I can also ask what you are going to do afterward. How will it be? ¿Sabes cómo se dice afterward en español? Okay, yes, it's después. The expression would be, ¿y qué vais a hacer después? And what are you going to do afterwards? If you have a plan of going to a famous restaurant for dinner afterwards, you can reply, nosotros vamos a cenar en un restaurante famoso de la ciudad. We are going to have dinner in a famous restaurant of the city. ¿Está claro? Is that clear? Muy bien. Let's continue. We can see various examples of this type in the following conversation between two friends. One of them is planning his coming weekends. You have to listen to it carefully and you will have to answer some questions about this conversation afterwards. If possible, note down some of their plans in order to tell what these people are going to do on next weekends. Clara, ¿ya sabes qué vas a hacer tú el próximo fin de semana? José, creo que voy a quedarme aquí porque tengo mucho que hacer y estudiar. Clara, tú siempre trabajas mucho. José, esta vez no voy a ir a visitar a mis padres. Ya se lo he dicho por teléfono. El sábado por la noche, Pablo y yo vamos a salir juntos porque se lo he prometido. Clara, ¿y el domingo? José, el domingo voy a levantarme tarde y voy a descansar todo el día. Clara, ¿vas a quedarte en casa todo el día? José, por la tarde quizá voy a dar un paseo por el parque. Si quieres, yo te voy a llamar antes. Voy a levantarme tarde. Or the question, ¿vas a quedarte en casa? Remember, with reflexive verbs, the structure is ir plus a plus the verb in infinitive form. If the verb is levantarse and if the verb is conjugated in the first person singular form, which is yo, then it will be voy a levantarme. If it is tú, vas a levantarte. If it is nosotros, vamos a levantarnos. I hope you have understood now the structure with the reflexive pronoun at the end of the verb in infinitive. Voy a levantarme o vas a levantarte. I am going to get up. Muy bien. Well, let's continue with some other expressions. Por ejemplo, ¿a dónde vas después de hacer la actividad de español? Where are you going to go after this activity in Spanish? I hope you understood the question. How will you reply? Suppose you are planning to go to the market. How do you say? Well, you say, voy a ir al mercado después de hacer la actividad en español. I'm going to go to the market after doing the activities in Spanish. You can notice the use of structure después de plus infinitive. Let's have one more example with the same structure. Suppose you are thinking of going to the theatre. How will you say using the same structure? You can say, voy a ir al teatro después de hacer la actividad en español. Or you can say it using the verb pensar also. Por ejemplo, pienso ir al teatro después de hacer la actividad en español. I am thinking of going to the theatre after doing this activity in Spanish. Another expression that can also be asked is, ¿Qué van a hacer tus amigos esta noche? What are your friends going to do tonight? Suppose they are planning to go for night out. What will be your answer? Try to say it. In reply, you say, Ellos van a salir de noche. They are going to go for night out. Here, you don't need to repeat esta noche in the answer because it's understood from the question itself. Let's also see how to ask question using the structure of near future. Por ejemplo, ¿vas a ver la nueva película de Pedro Almodóvar? Are you going to watch Pedro Almodóvar's new movie? If you agree, how would you say? Well, you say, Sí, voy a ver la nueva película de Pedro Almodóvar el próximo domingo. Or, no, no voy a ver la nueva película de Pedro Almodóvar. No, I am not going to watch the new movie of Pedro Almodóvar. The other expression is, tus padres van a ir de vacaciones a España. Are your parents going to go on vacation to Spain? For a positive response to it, how will you say? Try to say. You say, Sí, mis padres van a ir de vacaciones a España. Yes, my parents are going to go on vacation to Spain. If the response is negative, you say, No, ellos no van a ir de vacaciones a España. No, they are not going to go on vacations to Spain. Let's practice some more questions with options given next to it. You have to respond using the option in your reply. If the question is, ¿A quién vas a visitar esta tarde? And your option is, mi tío, whom are you going to visit? ¿Entiendes qué significa a quién? A is a preposition used with the verb visitar. How will you use it in your reply? You can always take hints and use the structure used in the question. You say, Voy a visitar a mi tío. I'm going to visit my uncle. Did you get it? Muy bien. Now, suppose you are planning to buy a car and I want to know which car you are going to buy. Therefore, I ask, ¿Qué coche vais a comprar? Which car are you going to buy? The option is, un coche deportivo. Vamos a comprar un coche deportivo. We are going to buy a sports car. Another example is, ¿A dónde vais a ir mañana? Your option is, ir a la playa. How can you respond to this question using the option? I think you can do it easily, don't you? Muy bien, go ahead. Your reply would be Vamos a ir a la playa. We are going to go to the beach. The next expression is in third person plural, which inquires about an action in near future. Por ejemplo, ¿qué van a ver tus padres esta tarde? Your option is un espectáculo de flamenco. ¿Sabes qué significa espectáculo? It means a show. What could be the reply? In case someone asks you about your parents' plan, how would you say? Since the option is un espectáculo, you can say ellos van a ver un espectáculo de flamenco. They are going to see the flamenco show. The next expression that the teachers ask their students is ¿Qué vais a hacer después de la clase? Your option is visitar la ciudad. How will you make a sentence using the option visitar la ciudad? Well, in the reply, you say Nosotros vamos a visitar la ciudad. We are going to visit the city. Let's see another example. If I ask you in a formal way, ¿Qué va a hacer usted después de comer? Your option is echar la siesta. ¿Sabes qué significa echar la siesta? No? I will tell you. It means to take a nap. How will you respond? You can say, Voy a echar la siesta. I'm going to take a nap. As we have seen in the examples, we can say that después de and antes de can take a noun or a verb in the infinitive form. Let us now look at all the temporal expressions we have used so far. Esta tarde, esta noche, este fin de semana, este verano, estas vacaciones, el lunes que viene, el próximo viernes, antes de, después de. We also use the structure of near future to talk about the prediction for future with some sort of evidence. For example, está nublado por todas partes. Va a llover. ¿Sabes qué significa está nublado? I hope you have learned how to say you are going to do certain things in terms of expressing future in this session. Esto es todo para hoy. That's all for today. We will meet with a new topic and tense in the next session. Adiós. Hasta luego.